What's up, everyone? My name is Farid. You guys already know that. And I had something else planned for today. I had a bunch of other things planned for today, actually. I got a message on Tumblr asking me if I had a type of dude that I like, and I wanted to talk about that. I bought a bunch of snacks that I wanted to, have a snack video with you guys to, talking about stuff and eating stuff. And I had more to say about soccer and Brazil and all of that, but everything is gonna take a back seat today because I have something else to talk about that is pretty important because something happened yesterday. Something kind of big. So I was watching this TV show, on Netflix, which is not on screen right now. But I was watching this TV show, and there was this dude, you know, big muscular dude, very, very handsome. And they're not shy about the fact that he's handsome, alright? He is pretty as heck. I mean, you know. And usually when I see a really hot guy, I get feelings, like downstairs, and that's just it. But yesterday I sort of started feeling bad about myself specifically, because he looked very handsome, and I felt I didn't look as good as he did, in comparison. And oh my god, my hair is a mess. I need a haircut. Should I get a haircut? Let me know in the comments down below. But yes, I started feeling bad about myself, as if I didn't look as good as him, therefore I couldn't look good at all. And he was, muscular and lean, and he had abs, and I don't have abs. I'm gonna show you what I have. Okay? Check it out. See? No abs, no pecs, no muscle, and nothing like that. It's just, kind of chubby. My pecs jiggle a bit, but I like it. I look good. Back to the video. Yeah, so I don't have abs, as you can tell, and I don't have muscular pecs and muscular, muscles in the arm. My arm isn't as thick as my head, as you can tell, and I didn't look like him, and that made me feel really, really bad about myself. And that happens sometimes. I try really hard to not let that happen, but it does. It happens. I get insecure, and that's normal. I think everyone gets insecure. And I had to deal with that in the way that I usually deal with that once the feeling has set, because I have a way to try to avoid the feeling, but once it has set, then I just have to feel it. And I went to sleep, I thought about it, and I woke up and I was feeling good about myself again, because I gave myself time to think. And I'm going to share with you guys how I handle this body image thing, alright? And it's just, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? And what they mean by that is that beauty is extremely relative. Alright? It's very, very relative. There's not a set beauty. There can't be a set beauty. There's too much diversity in the world for there to be one specific set kind of beautiful that is the only kind of beautiful, right? What we consider beautiful right now, what we consider beautiful in general, depends entirely on our perspective, our personal history, our perspective, our personal history, what we like, what we dislike, the people we've dealt with, and also what kind of media we've been exposed to. Because here's the second thing: our current beauty standards are very, very Eurocentric, and that's because they come from years of racism and Eurocentrism and all of that. So we see, thin and white and blonde hair, blue eyes as beautiful. Because we've been told so over and over and over again for many, many generations that it was beautiful, that it was the specific best kind of beauty. And I'm not saying it's not beautiful, I mean, I love buff dudes, like muscular, and I have a thing for clear eyes, so I'm kind of a hypocrite here. But it's not the only kind of beauty. There are other kinds of beauties. There are dark-skinned beauties, and there are Asian beauties, and there are Latino beauties, and there are African beauties, and then there are like skinny beauties and halfway there beauties, and like oversized, plus-sized, they call it, plus-sized beauties. And beauty is relative. It depends on you. It depends on what you like, alright? It's like, okay, so, Channing Tatum is very, very hot. Okay, he is like, you know, but that just because he's hot, that doesn't mean everyone else isn't. It's like, think of flowers, all right? Roses are beautiful. Roses are fantastic. But you know what else is beautiful? Sunflowers. Sunflowers are beautiful. Just because roses are beautiful doesn't mean sunflowers aren't, and that's the same with people. Just because Channing Tatum, I kind of lost my words because I said Channing Tatum, and he is, just because Channing Tatum is hot enough to make me like choke on my words and forget what I was saying, that doesn't mean that other people aren't beautiful. That doesn't mean that I am not beautiful. Because if there is no... Okay, so here's how I go. Try to prove that you are beautiful. Not compared to someone else. Compared to you. Okay, just like as you. You can try to prove that you are beautiful. Logically. Right? Try to prove it logically. With facts and stuff like that. And you probably can't, because if beauty is relative, then there is no concrete proof of something being beautiful. But that's good, because that also means there is no concrete proof of something not being beautiful, Because it's relative. It depends on who's watching, it depends on the perspective. There are too many variables. So you can choose to believe if something is beautiful or not. Since there's no way to actually prove scientifically if something is beautiful or not, we can just choose to believe whatever we want. And I choose to believe that I'm pretty, that I'm beautiful. Handsome. I should have gone with the word handsome, it's more manly, but you know what I mean, right? I choose to believe that I am not ugly. And because of that, I am not. Alright? I choose to believe that my body is good, that my body looks good. And because of that, it does. It's simple as that. And sometimes I still, falter a bit. I still like... Yeah, I thought the call had been, the camera had been stopped. I'm sorry. Sometimes I still feel down about myself. I still second guess. I'm like, oh, well, but I really should, go on a diet and start working out. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't have to do that. I don't need to do that. I'm fine. And so are you. You got it. That's my point. It's like, I know it's really hard to feel good about yourself, especially when you look at the media and you see people who are, and you think, oh my God, they're so handsome and they're so hot, and you realize you don't look like them, and you're like, oh my God, that means I'm not. It doesn't. Leonardo DiCaprio. I hear a lot of people talking about how handsome he is, how hot he is. And for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be talking about Titanic era Leonardo DiCaprio, right? And I have an aunt, actually, who is obsessed with him to this day, which was, it was kind of cute when she was my age, because she was closer to his age in the movie. But right now, she's twice as my age, and she's still obsessed by Titanic era Leonardo DiCaprio, who was basically a twink. So it's like, she gotta stop being a cougar, but that's a different story. My aunt think he is very, very handsome in that movie, and a lot of other people that I know think he is very, very handsome in that movie. They go like, oh, Leonardo DiCaprio, and I don't see it, it's just, he's a twink, and that's fine, that's cool, He does have a nice I understand that he is beautiful, but I am not attracted to him. I don't find him hot. I understand logically that he is beautiful, but I don't feel anything, you know. Like I look at Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic, and there's no tingle in my naughty bits. You know, it's like nothing. I might as well be looking at like Kate Winslet, who is also someone who is very beautiful. But again, I don't see it. And again, that has a lot to do with perspective, you know. I mean, I like dudes, and she's not a dude, and therefore I can't be into her, and therefore I am not attracted to her. And that doesn't mean she's not attractive, it just means that I am not attracted to her, and that's the point I'm trying to make. Very clumsily, I may add. But yeah, that's basically it. If you need help to, like, you know, come to terms with the fact that you are beautiful, if you don't really see it, but like you want to, just, you know, remember that beauty is extremely relative, and it literally just depends on the perspective. And sidebar, there are way too many people on the planet for someone to not be into you. You know, I mean, statistically speaking, there's gotta be at least like 1,000 people that are into you, because of like how many people there are on the planet, you know? So that's not something to worry about either. I know I get worried about that sometimes. I'm like, oh my god, will I ever find love? And then I get desperate, and then I go on Grindr trying to find love, which is not a good idea, because like, I mean, Grindr is fun. Grindr is a good place to find a Hugh Grant, just not one from a romantic movie, you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, because he was caught with a prostitute. I mean, that's it. Fun fact, vintage Hugh Grant didn't need to pay for sex, because, you know, he was hot enough. You know who does need to pay for sex right now? Who looks like they need to pay for sex? Modern day Hugh Grant, you know, like currently. Something happened to like his... he didn't age well. He didn't age well. Time was not kind to him. But he was so hot. In my perspective. You see, in my opinion, my perspective, he didn't age well. But like, some people dig it. Some people are into him. And they think he aged very, very well. And I mean, you know, more to you. It's like, yeah, basically. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend Hugh Grant. If he's watching, I'm a big fan of your early work, and I mean, yeah, you were very, very, you know, yeah, like, okay. I'm sorry. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure to leave it a thumbs up and a comment in the comment section down below. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to subscribe and ring the little bell for notification so you can get a notification every time I post a new video. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!